I am super excited to be talking about this K drama today. Not only is this K drama definitely one of my favorites of all time, it's just every single time I have an opportunity to talk about it, something in me is just always like screaming for joy. So, this movie was directed by Kim Won Sok. Those of you who do not know who Kim Won Sok is the one who directed My Mister, the one who directed Signal. Yeah. He also directed, I think, no, yeah, he directed University Scandal. And finally, my all time favorite, he directed After Chronicles. That's actually what opened me up to him. And also, this movie is written by Lim Sang Chun. Lim Sang Chun is the one who wrote Fight My Way. And she also wrote When the Camellia Blooms. And finally, she gets to write this amazing K drama called When Life Gives You Tangerines. Hello, everyone. My name is Maya Wamila, and welcome to the Millionaire's Kingdom. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. If you've been here before, hi to you. If you've always been here since day one, you are the MVP. Today, I will be talking about why I think When Life Gives You Tangerines is a spectacular movie. This K drama is not your bromide kind of K drama. That means it's not cliche. It's not just the type of K drama that has the stereotypical plot with stereotypical characters. So we're all familiar with the normal K drama style, right? There's the main guy who is the son of a rich man, definitely from like a rich family. He dresses well. He doesn't care about what people think of him. If he's not a billionaire, then he's accomplished in another type of way. Maybe he's a lawyer or he's a doctor. And then you have the female character on the side. She's not so accomplished. Even if she's accomplished, she's not as accomplished as the guy. And then maybe she has a boss that's always bullying her at work, and every single time she just says, "Oh, she's sorry, she's sorry, she's sorry." But she has like that kind nature, that sweet nature. And then she comes in contact with the male character, and maybe the male character has like a mental issue, or maybe he has like a medical issue, and it's only the female character that makes him sane whenever she's around. And this is the best part of the plot. The main character is always disrespectful to everybody around him except the girl. But I can't even deny the fact that this is one of the reasons why I watch K drama. I'm not complaining. I literally want this to go on because sometimes it's nice to escape reality. But I wouldn't deny the fact that when you get something new, it just feels different. Kind of feels like a breath of fresh air. This story is actually based on the Hanyo. The Hanyo are called sea women in Jeju Island in South Korea. And what they do is that they free dive into the ocean to actually search for seafood. And when they search and find seafood, they make money from this. And that's what they use to feed their family. And it gets passed on from generations to generations, but it's mainly women who do it. So that's why they are called sea women. What I love so much about this is you do not see their lives being portrayed on screen. Everything that is surrounding K drama kind of surrounds perfection with their characters. You don't see them go through life in a way that is relatable. But this movie portrays it in a completely different way. And I like the fact that somebody is actually telling the story of these women on screen and we can actually see what they go through. My second point, the movie is so realistic. It kind of feels like you're watching your personal journey sometimes on screen. With the main character, you get to see what she had to experience being a toddler, what she had to experience being a teenager, what she had to experience being a wife, then being a mother, right? And the same thing also goes for the guy. You get to experience seeing what it's like with him being a toddler as well, to being the man of the house and providing. There's a lot of things in there that just makes you go, this is actually what life is like, and this is reality. Sometimes I feel like some K dramas can feel like Disney. But there is something in between that happily ever after. Is it really happily ever after all the way through? What I love about the film is I think the film talks about the in between, the obstacles you go through, most especially as a married couple, what people don't see that you experience personally. Moving on to my third point. There is something unique about the time frame of this K drama. It's either you watch the medieval era films That's the historical films. You see a lot of like cultural attires. You hear a lot about kings and queens. You hear about the Ming Dynasty. You hear about the Joseon era. Now, there's the other time frame, which is the recent time frame that we're in. That is, you see a lot of coats, cream coats, black coats. You see turtlenecks. You see mansions. You see offices. At first, when I was watching it, I got so confused with the timeline because where they were living was giving me the vibe of something I'm supposed to be. It was giving me the vibe of the type of K drama I'm supposed to watch. Oh God. The era that the Hanyo were really prominent was during the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s. That time frame is not really portrayed in K dramas. It's mostly portrayed in their movies. You can see it in K dramas once in a while, but it's not common. Is one of the things that I spotted, and I'm like, this is actually a really smart idea to do something that is not really common. Point number four. What I also love about this film is the casting. I mean, it's just perfect casting to think of IU and Park Bo-gum. I think another thing that really attracted me to the film is because I've not seen Park Bo-gum in a while. The last time I saw him was in the movie Record of Youth. So as soon as I heard that it was going to be in the film, I'm like, yeah, this is perfect. And then I heard this with IU. I'm like, oh, of course. But aside IU and Park Bo-gum, there are other characters in the movie that I was so excited to see, like Munsuri, Pakijun. Pakijun is the one from The World of the Married, the one who played the role of the husband and he cheated on his wife. And then you have your Miran. To me, she was the most exceptional actress. One of the things that actually makes you a really good casting agent is not just putting actors and actresses that will sell your film, but it's also making sure that they're able to deliver their characters well. You need to put your heart and soul into what you're playing. And that's one thing I'll say never lacks in a K drama. Actresses that are not talented, you won't say that. And I think I like the fact that they all go to school for this. And in order for you to be on screen, you have to have some sort of training. Korean movies, K dramas, whenever they are giving you an actor or an actress is never going to be an untalented one. You can tell that these actors are not just acting just because they have the talent, they also have the skill. Another point is that I think this movie is like an emotional roller coaster. You just want to watch more. Some movies just spike this emotion in me. I know that I cannot continue because I just don't like how it makes me feel. Spoilers, guys. If you've not seen the film, please don't listen to this part. Listen to the other parts. Don't stop the video. Don't stop the video. Just move this part to the end. One of my favorite scenes in the movie. So there's a part where, IU ends up becoming a wife. She ends up marrying Park Bo-gum. And you can see that she's going through a lot of torture and bullying from her husband's family. That's from her in-laws. There is a scene where she just stands up for herself and she says, no matter what happens, my daughter is not going to do this. Talks about how they've been treating her and how she doesn't like it. And then this woman just like hits her, like really emotional scene. As much as I was upset with how the woman hit her, it did not make me go, oh no, I have to stop watching the film. I'm like, nah, I mean, you can't just let somebody hit you. What are you going to do? Are you going to stand up for yourself? But that's her mother-in-law. There's this shock on Ayu's face, like, oh my God, did she just hit me? And then our husband comes in, seeing the whole thing, seeing how she's being treated, holds his wife and carries his child on the other arm and says, this is the last time you'll be seeing us. We're not coming here again. I don't know, something about that scene just made me feel so happy because I think it's every woman's dream to actually be married to a man who wants to protect her at all costs. Some women um don't really experience that. They don't really have men that stand up uh to fight for them. The fact that they just have each other and they love each other and they just protect each other is just so romantic. And that scene kind of made me a little bit teary. I can't even begin to express how much of a masterpiece this movie is. You watch it, sometimes you cry. You watch it, sometimes you're happy. You watch it, sometimes it's tears of joy. You watch it, sometimes you're sad. You watch it, sometimes you're upset. That is actually what makes a movie a movie. It's emotional roller coasters that actually keep you glued to the film. It's the reason why you're asking questions. You're like, oh no, don't do this, don't do that. When you hear people just whispering under their breath and having something to say, it means that they are glued to their film and they are not going to let it go. So finally, my last point. I think there is this stereotype with K dramas that is mostly girls that watch it. Actually, it's not a stereotype, it's a reality. It's mostly girls that watch K dramas. I think anybody from anywhere all over the world will enjoy it and love it. You get to see that struggle of the life of being a woman. You also get to see the struggle of the life of being a man, having to provide for your family. Like the movie just makes you see different perspectives of what people go through in society. When Life Gives You Tangerines is that movie that is kind of like a life changer, because I don't think it's just about being entertained. It's about a life changing experience. That is what it means to actually watch a film. If you do not have a life changing experience with the film, if something about your mentality doesn't change positively, most especially, then it's just more of the entertainment factor. But I think When Life Gives You Tangerines is kind of like, it's like you are in the dark and then somebody is like putting a torchlight on something you're trying to read in the dark. Kudos to everybody. Kudos to the team, the set design, the outfits, like the makeup, everything in the movie is so perfect that it's almost like there's nothing to criticize about the film. Like the movie is definitely worth the watch. Those of you who have not seen it, I think you should check it out. It's definitely an amazing film. Thank you so much once again for being with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.